Hello. 86. It is I, Brian White. And I finally got my beautiful Sherry Miller Carey 2.0. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of switching around outfits with my dolls. And I think I'm going to try to introduce you to all of my dolls. So going into this, I was told by the wonderful collector that I got her from that she has a bunch of shoulder seam cracks, which I am worried about. And when I saw the pictures of her, I saw this brown splotch mark on her hairline, which I worry is either a deep scratch or a smudge of some kind. So I'm gonna see if I can get rid of that with magic eraser. But we just gotta get it open somehow. And if we're keeping count of how many times I washed my hands in this video so far, it's only been one time. No doubt it'll be many more after that. I'm a little nervous, but mostly excited to see her. Oh my God. Whew. Lighting is slightly suffering in this. I'm not gatekeeping, it's just nobody's asked me for this collector's information. Okay, definitely don't want to wash my hands too much, so here goes. Standard Tyler Wentworth box. Let's see how she's packed. Opening it up. Okay, so first thing I notice, she's barefoot. That's fine, I guess. And here she is. And because I'm so paranoid, I'm actually going to wash my hands one more time before taking her out. So this is what you see so far. This is Sherry Miller Carey Chan in the prototype amethyst coat. And I was told by the collector there are only 3 amethyst coats in the world. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I haven't adjusted her head yet, but this is what she looks like. The coat is a little scratchy feeling, which is honestly nice. It feels sturdy, very luxurious. She's wearing pink panties. And this doll has color changing hair. So, fun fact, the Tonner Doll Company only produced one doll with color changing hair, and that's a Shauna face sculpt with red hair that I think turns purple or pink when heat is applied. This Carey doll is a never produced prototype, hand painted, as I keep saying. And her hair, I think, turns pink? So it goes from brown to pink. I'm just going to turn her head. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I feel like the collector removed the brown splotch, oddly enough. I didn't even ask him to. That's amazing that he did that. I love love, love, love her so much. Whatever shine marks or scratch marks she may have on her face, I know I'm not responsible for, because I literally just took her out of the box. So she is guilt-free on my part. This is such a cute coat. I'm having a hard time taking her out of it right now. Let's give you a closer look at her face. Does that help? That coat is really cute. But I do want to investigate the supposed shoulder cracks. So I'm going to... Okay, that one isn't as bad as I thought it would be. So there's one shoulder crack. I don't know if you can see it. And then this one is an actual chip, so that's no good. But really there's not much we can do except what I like to do is I press on the shoulder seam before rotating the arm, because I feel like that kind of prevents further damage. I'm very paranoid about damage to this vinyl, because this vinyl is very fragile. They say it's high quality. I don't know if high quality is a synonym for flimsy, but it sure is flimsy. Anyway, here she is. You can see a chip on one side and a crack on the other. She has cute little panties. So for now, while I get the outfit I want to redress her in, I am going to put her on a straddle stand. This one is quite dusty. What I tend to do is get Kleenex to wipe any dust or hairs, but I don't have Kleenex on hand, so I had to use toilet paper. Hasn't been used, obviously. So, just gonna stick her on. So here's what she looks like when she's stuck on the stand. And she's going to be put to the side while we get her dress. And believe it or not, guys, third time I'm gonna wash my hands right now. Now, Tonner scholars are going to be aghast that I am actually going to part this gorgeous prototype doll from her gown. So, if you don't know, this gown is Wild Orchid and it's on the doll Esme. And the production outfit was atrocious compared to the prototype outfit. There are only 2 or 3 prototype outfits in the entire world, one of which was used in the advert photo. I think this one was not the advert doll, but it was at a toy fair where Tonner was showcasing his designs. I think this is from 2002, I'm not sure. And I'm going to bequeath the Wild Orchid prototype gown to Sherry Miller Carey 2.0. This makes me nervous, but we're just gonna do it. Now you might as well see how I take a gown off gingerly. most gingerly. So I've already unsnapped the fabric fasteners. This doll has straight arms, so they're kind of stiff. And I like to, again, push down on the shoulder seam before moving the arm out. Same thing on the other side. This is quite nerve-wracking. So push down on the shoulder seam, move the arm out. Now we can finally begin to shimmy the dress down. I don't think this dress has been off of this doll in 22 years, if not longer. So I'm being very, very careful. Now we push the arms back in together so that we can work the dress off of the doll. So push that down, push this down. We're slowly getting it. Slowly getting it. Good, good, good. Oh, okay. So, this doll has hand-painted details by Robert Toner himself. Personally, I think Robert Toner is much less gifted as a face painter than Sherry Miller, but his vision is unrivaled. And here's a closer look at the dress. So this is by far my favorite dress from the entire company. It's kind of sheer in the bodice, beaded. This is the detailing of the craftsmanship inside the lining. And then we have a little slip or petticoat underneath. Now, I think the reason why they didn't use this design for the production gown is because it snags so easily. You actually have to like pull these layers apart and they snag so bad. So I try not to do that. I leave them alone as much as I can, because if you look really closely, the burnout velvet is like, I don't know, it kind of seems like it's barely hanging on. In some places, and it attracts a lot of hair. And I see like a tiny stain here and there, but it's not my doing, because I have been keeping a very close eye on this dress, making sure nothing happens to it. Anyway, this is what I'm giving Sherry Miller Carrie Chan. I don't seem to have a spare pair of pantyhose, so I'm going to use these. They might not fit because older Tyler Wentworth bodies have different proportions and dimensions than new ones. But anyway, here goes nothing. I'm just pulling. Oh, they don't want to come off. Move the arm out of the way. Pull on the panties. Wow, these really do not want to come off at all. Ooh, they're tight. You can tell, actually, her legs have been through it. A lot of scratching on the sides, so it's about time she wears some pantyhose. I'm just going to make sure I like the way her legs are positioned. That seems good enough for me. Now I'm just going to slip the pantyhose on her leg, like so. I don't know if you guys have noticed already, but a lot of this is not fun. It's not enjoyable at all. It's like high stress. You don't get to really appreciate the doll's beauty while you're dressing her because you're so focused on not screwing something up. Speaking of which, I might want to reposition this leg just a bit. So turn that hip flexor out a bit. And there we go. That's what we like to see. So not too pigeon-toed, just pigeon-toed enough. And now we're going to slip the dress on. So I'm going to push down on the shoulder seam. Push down on the, ooh, push down on the shoulder seam. Make sure the arms are splayed out just enough to get the dress on. I think that's good. Now we'll try. Oh, this is probably the most stressful part because one hangnail lightly brushing against an open seam or a teeny microscopic hole in the fabric, so many things can go wrong. Like, so many things are snagged against a bead, but like so thin you can't even see what's going on. So you just have to hope for the best, pray to God that you're not screwing it up. You just weave the hands through the straps. Don't snag the thumbs either, because the thumbs are deadly. And then we just flip it just slightly so that we can get her feet through the slip part of the dress, and we kind of just shimmy it up. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Shimmy, 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 and we lift it gently over the boobs. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Oh, I knew this was a good fit. Wow. But I'm still shocked at how gorgeous this looks. I love it. Okay, so we just brush her hair out of the way and snap the fabric fasteners into place. 1, 2, and before we do the third one, let's make sure that the shoulder straps are not all tangled up. So we want to make sure that this one is like that, not inverted, and that covers the shoulder seam crack sufficiently. And this actually covers the chip sufficiently too. So the damage is not as bad as I thought it would be. Because to be perfectly honest, this collector has sold me dolls in worse condition, and it was honestly quite disappointing, but we survive the disappointment, and we live another day to buy more from that collector, because this collector is the only person with all of these gems. So we have to get along, don't we? I mean, I think they're probably lovely human beings anyway. Anyway. Look at this. This pairing is out of this world. Out of this world. I can't even believe how beautiful this looks. So now I'm just going to push down on the shoulder seam and lower the arm a teeny tiny bit. Make sure I like where the head is positioned. Make sure the hair isn't too terribly tangled. Inevitably, it's gonna be a little tangled. Because one thing you should know about this saran hair for the Robert Toner dolls, it's usually very brittle. But anyway, this is gorgeous. Uh-oh. Come on. Yes. Gorgeous. I can't believe my eyes right now. This is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I love monochromatic palettes when it's, you know, nice complementary colors. I think that the dark brown and the pink highlights goes really well with this sumptuous plum. Oh, I could not wish for more. This is the best. The best. Oh, and just so you know, I've named this doll Sicily because she really has my dog Sicily's eyes. So sweet. As for shoes, I'm going to be giving her the Star of the Red Carpet Daphne shoes. And one thing you might want to know about mermaid silhouette dresses on Toner dolls is the straddle stands don't fit in between the legs because they're so close together. So you're going to want to use this saddle stand instead. Make sure it's not backwards. And voila. Perfection. Perfection. Now we need to figure out what we're going to put Wild Orchid Esme in. Okay, so Esme cannot be on Des Avis, so we're actually going to give her these super tight pink panties to wear. They're so tight, I don't know how they're gonna fit. Actually, maybe they were made for this early sculpt. Only one way to find out. Did I just do that to her arm? I might have just done that to her arm. See, this vinyl is so fragile. Anyway, the panties seem to fit just fine. As long as the face remains unscathed, that's really all that matters. And this face is so cute, even with the kind of rudimentary Robert Toner little details, it's still cute. I really don't know. I don't know if I did that to her arm, the little shine spot. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. So this girl is going to be, I think I'm gonna put her in the one-of-a-kind black iridescent sequin gown that my Tyler 2.0 comes in, because I also got that. I was bad spending. So here's my Tyler 2.0. She is part of a series of 25 Tyler 2.0 dolls in sequin dresses, the silhouette being that of Red Hot Tyler. So it's the same design as the Red Hot Tyler dress, it's just in different color, fabric, and sequins in some of the gowns, namely the Easter egg yellow and the pink were like randomized sequin design. So this is like ordinary sequin design and those were more scattered. But I liked the look of this doll because she just looks so sinister. So she's the one I went with, and they were for some charity auction for the Kingston Hospital in New York, because that's where Tana was based.